Hi, this is Jay from LoShuNumerology.com, and today we're going to be doing a reading for Shad. Shad, I've got your birthday digits up here at the top. They have been shuffled for your protection, and any zeros have been taken out since we don't use those in Lo Shu. And we're going to bring all of these numbers down into the grid. The ones always go here. 6 is here. Got a couple of those. We've got a 9, the 5 right smack in the center. And then, another 1. All right, so we've got all the numbers. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we've got all of the numbers. Sometimes you just have to double check these things. We've got all the numbers down here in the grid, and I'm going to go through now and look for patterns. And these patterns are going to be either rows, columns, or diagonals, where all of the locations are filled or all of them are empty. We're going to do rows first. We've got no rows here, no arrows for the rows. But the columns, we've got one right here, which is all empty, so it gets a dashed arrow. This column is all full, so it gets a solid arrow, and this is a mix, doesn't get any, and the diagonals are a mix of some and none, so they don't get any either. We've got 2 arrows, and now we look for locations in the grid where they have more than one numeral, and we've got a couple of those, the 1s and the 6s. All right, so we have all of the patterns and the multiple digits found. Next thing to do is I'm going to grab these cards and I'm going to find the cards we need for this reading here, Shad, and I'll be back with that in just a moment. We're back for the reading, and the first thing is this arrow right here on the left-hand side, a dashed arrow. This is the thought arrow. Are you an idea person or are you an action person? And this is a dashed arrow, which means it's a minus, which says you're not a thought person, you're an action person. So instead of thinking through a new situation or a new activity, you're more likely to just jump in and give it a go. This can be fun, and I think for you it probably works out most of the time, but there probably have been times in your life that you can look back and maybe regret a little bit at least that you didn't do a little more thinking about that ahead of time. So your natural inclination is leap before you look, not look before you leap. So, watch out for that because that could get you in trouble sometime. The next thing, this center arrow, that is will or passion. Do you move with intention or do you tend to drift? That's a solid arrow, which means it's a plus. You move with intention. You have passion about things. When you're working on something you really care about, though, you could get hyper-focused. So, that's a good thing and a bad thing. When you're really interested in something, you can focus in on that more than just about anybody else around you, and you can really dig down deep into a subject. You have to watch out for that too, that you don't block out the people that matter in your life, because somebody with a lot of will or passion about something, that can happen to them. The next thing, the numbers, we're going to be looking at the 1s. The 1s are beginnings. This tells me that when something needs to get done, you're not afraid to jump in and get started, and that fits in with that will and passion there also. Those two go together really well. This number 1 also tells me that you have a lot of leadership qualities. Maybe you don't use them, maybe you do. I'm not sure. I don't know you personally, but you do have those leadership qualities and some inner strength that you can pull on. And again, the inner strength and the passion really go hand in hand. Now we're going to be looking at the 6s. 6 is communication. I always love it when I see the 6s come up here. People who have 6s, a lot of times they're teachers. Maybe not professionally. Teachers in that you enjoy sharing the things that you know with people who are looking. It doesn't mean that you're a show-off. It means when you know something and people come asking about it, you're more than willing to help them out. So looking at these as a whole, somebody who's not afraid to dive into a subject or an activity, and then with the plus will, you're going to dive deep. It's not just going to be a surface level look at whatever it is you're doing. And again, these two tie together, and these two tie together. You're not afraid to get started on something. And the leadership aspect of this means that you're willing to bring somebody along with you if they want to come on the journey. The things that you find out in these, you're willing to help people who are also looking in that direction. Shad, there is your reading. I hope it gives you something to think about.